All right.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girl Montique,
She's saying she can't get
Joy,
in.
and Callie's gonna. Okay, Callie's trying to get in. We're gonna work with her to get in. But I want you to know that everything we say is allegedly our opinion, and I think she's probably trying to get in the. Oh, tell. Make sure she's getting in the right one.
Yeah, I
Um,
just text her. Make sure it's the second one. Let me
yeah.
do it again.
I'll send her the link if she needs to. But anyway, allegedly our opinion, entertainment purposes only. We're doing the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The episode is called Keeping It Gucci. Is
Mm-hmm.
that correct? All right.
Yes.
Tell her if she just needs to sign in and under as chat her up. I'm gonna go talk to Callie. Let's rate the episode, Joy. And I want to talk to
Um, I'm gonna rate this episode like a 5.
Okay. I think it was like a 6. I watched it. I wasn't upset about it or anything. I feel like it was pretty good. I think Sheree is trying to hold everybody together. What do you think?
She's doing a terrible job, but I applaud her effort because everybody ain't trying. There she
I
is.
think Callie just got in because I heard her voice.
I applaud
There
her
she goes.
effort
Okay.
though, but you
Yeah.
can't hold this cast together. At this point, everybody, that's why I say you need a new cast. When you get to the point where you ain't want to share certain things and people don't want to go there and there's certain places where you need to get off the show
I
because
think it's
now
Marlo.
you're trying so hard to protect an image than you
I,
are just trying to just entertain. Because
I don't think they want to
essentially,
be around Marlo. What do y'all? Oh, Callie, you want to rate the
they
episode?
don't want to be around Marlo, but they're
Fine.
also picking. Marlo is a problem, but
Yeah.
she is highlighting something that's real. She just ventures off. Like her comment about Candy, not to say that Candy has been had so many scandals, but let's be clear, she definitely has had some.
And she's
And
never hid
nobody,
them.
well, there's
Callie,
one,
rate the episode.
yeah, go ahead.
I gave it a
There's one,
5.
okay,
5.
same
Okay.
thing.
So we all had the
There's
same
one
thing.
there's one particular issue that nobody ever brought on the show,
Why didn't
but
she?
had she had an enemy, would have been. And that is the conversation of that whole T.I. and Tiny stuff and the rumors about
Why
them
would they bring that up on
Wait a
Candy's
because
minute.
show?
Say that one more
because
time, Joy.
Tiny and
because
T.I.
because Candy was connected or people were trying to connect them.
So, okay, trying to.
There was somebody that sued T.I. I can't remember the
Yeah,
details.
I remember that.
I don't
So do I.
remember the details, guys. I'm just saying there was a conversation within the Facebook groups. And had she had an enemy, is what I'm saying, it could have been something that somebody low key snuck back in there. But nobody, when you are, she had kind of finessed everybody.
That's
So
smart.
here's the problem that I see. What is it with people wanting to bring out what's not there? If she has whatever finessed everything or whatever you say, how is that her fault? How is that a bad thing if
I
that's
don't
what
think
she's
that
done?
It's a
it's
good thing.
So
necessarily a
then
bad thing, but
but
it gives.
nobody brings up her issues, they should bring up her issues, not T.I. and Tiny. They should bring up her issues, not her nephew's issues. It's like y'all are pulling at strings of the thinnest level to try and hurt this girl just because y'all don't think she's been hurt enough. If you look back season over season with Candy, this girl has probably cried more than anybody else because of what is really going
But it's
on in
always
her
about
life.
her, though. It's
You say it's
always
not
about
about her? Did you just say it
no.
wasn't
I
about
just
her?
think that a lot of that that's just Candy's frustration level. She cries a lot when she's frustrated,
Well, I'm not talking
Yeah.
about frustration. I'm talking
and
about when
that.
she talks about her fiance getting killed,
You
her
mentioned
brother
that
that got
she was
killed.
crying, but you mentioned that she
And I'm
was
still
crying.
saying she's crying. I'm
But
telling
she's
you,
telling
crying
you
about what?
examples of when it wasn't out of frustration, it was out of hurt.
Yeah, it was out of her. When her mom wasn't acting right with Todd, she has cried.
That's
She
frustration. because you can't control the other
Joy.
person.
But that's
Okay.
still hurt.
So
If my
Candy,
mom
it's
doesn't like
still
my
painful.
husband, that's hurt.
It was also
If my
frustration
brother
when her
dies in a
fiance got
motorcycle or
killed.
whatever,
That
I
however
mean,
he
I
died, or
don't
shooting.
forget about her mother, even when she would cry about like her daughter and the baby daddy situation. I even get that. I'm not saying, I'm just saying that Candy has projected an image of just being selfish. Regardless if you
Really?
like Candy, yeah.
Candy is the least selfish person.
I think what you're considering, what I mean by selfish is Candy is about paper, like to the point where that's all she's about is chasing paper. So yeah, if that means I have to neglect my children or my children feel
What?
neglected, yes, I said,
Oh no.
then I'm still chasing that paper. If your husband is asking for your help, but you chasing paper. If you're
But then talk about that. Don't talk about the shooting in the restaurant.
okay. I think
I'm
that,
just saying.
I think
There's
that
so
that
many
I
things
said
they
that's
can
the
go
part. No,
against her
I
for.
said that's the part that she goes wrong. She connects it to other things. Like I thought it was pure
What?
stupidity for her to connect her nephew, Marlo's nephew, to talk about how selfish she is. But there are ways where she has been.
Right.
That's what she should have focused on instead of going in this direction, trying to connect the two. She was wrong for that. Y'all, again, I ain't for Marlo. I've been very clear about
I
that. I
got
don't
you.
think she's well enough to be on
Yeah,
this.
you absolutely are for Marlo. Because ain't
I'm
nowhere in the world
not
you're gonna
for
take
Marlo.
Candy,
I think she's a terrible
who has
housewife.
been the least unselfish person in reality, who helps her community more than a lot of people, maybe. And Candy doesn't even always talk about the things that she helps out with. And Marlo is okay with her, with making herself seem completely ignorant to try
Yeah,
and drag
I don't think
Candy.
she couldn't have known how this looks, and she looks stupid.
That's my point, because she's ignorant. She couldn't have known. She's
Yeah,
sitting here
she
trying to
looks
make a
stupid.
story for herself when she should have known how far apart that you are reaching, Marlo.
But this is how I feel about Marlo. I feel like somebody needs to take her peach, put it in a blender, make a shake or a smoothie, drink it, pour it down the sink,
and send her
and she
off.
needs to go.
She's
She
Seriously.
not,
don't deserve it.
but nor is Sanya.
Horrible.
I think Sanya is a terrible housewife.
She's a whore.
Because
That girl.
she worse than Cynthia.
Yeah.
I mean, Cynthia rolled a line too and pick a girl to attach herself with, but she picking Marlo.
Oh, she picked the wrong side. And I don't want people to get fired.
Nene,
I
you're on
don't.
the
But
wrong
Marlo needs to be a
team.
friend.
Who?
But if Marlo could be a friend and Sanya could be a running track star.
I mean, I don't
I'm
think
with Nene on that comment.
that's not a good
picking the wrong
cast.
side.
Not even Sheree, who can be entertaining, and I will admit her confessionals have been hilarious.
Yeah,
She's
somebody writing
really
them for her.
saving
Yeah.
show with her confessionals, but this is a terrible cast.
Why
And
is Sheree so against Candy?
Because she talked about her business.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't watch it. I don't watch
That ain't
Speak on
fair,
It.
because we have
But
all
Sheree
talked
said on
about
Speak
that.
on It, every time she went on Speak on It, Candy had something negative to say about. I think when she was like, Sheree still ain't got no clothes out. It's been 14.
Yeah.
I mean, she was saying what we were saying.
I was just gonna say that. She wasn't saying nothing we wasn't saying
Right.
in the conversations. But Candy shouldn't have. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because my
Candy
whole
should have
thing
what?
is I would have been supplying the girls with, I would have had an event and supplied the girls with stuff so they could all wear that day. I
Can
mean,
I just say this? The
that's
So
what
Gucci party should have been a She by Sheree, Girlfriends Marley, or Parlay, or something party. It should not have been the So Gucci party. Everybody should have had on some She by Sheen.
that was great. Oh,
And
you ain't lying.
right,
I didn't
She
even
by Sheree,
think
the girls
about
parlay, or whatever rhyme with whatever.
She should have sent them something.
And everybody should have had on a belt, a shirt, a hat, a yoga mat. Like, we would not had on Gucci. I'm sorry.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
You think she got that from Huntsville?
Mm-hmm.
She did. That's in my notes. She watched Huntsville.
Yeah, she got
She
that
saw
right
the So
story.
Gucci purse and she stole
Ridiculous.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
And they all looked a hot mess. Even Marlo looked like she went and borrowed Dorit's outfits, and
I
Dorit
would have
fitted better
said,
than
and
her.
you're right. Sheree could have sent all of them something and
Yeah.
said,
Yes.
she buy Sheree it out or something.
Right. Just anything.
And
We
she could
gon'
have had
yes,
all
it
of
should have
those.
been a
It could have been
She
a
by
free, it could have been
Sheree.
a
And that's
free
why
fashion show.
I mean, they all. I mean, Sanya little skinny self really could have had on like some leggings and a little crop top,
Yeah.
and would have said it. And Courtney too. And then Kenya could have had a yoga. They could have had it, whatever they needed.
Wait a
Who
minute.
gonna
And did
check
you
me? Boo
hear?
shirts.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot that Sheree could have done. But
Oh man, I wish she had thought of that.
I
I'm like,
know. That's the first
listen,
thing I wrote when I watched it. Like this could have been
man,
the She by Sheree instead of So Gucci event. I mean, title for the show. It could have been She by Sheree. She
dang, I
is.
didn't even
I
think
don't
she
get it.
tripped. She
I
needs
don't
you,
get it.
I was
my
cracking
G.
up when
You
Candy
be
told
saying you could have marketed her. She needs you, like for real.
She
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 needs you.
needs
Candy
somebody.
told when Candy told Sanya, or was it Sanya told? Oh, when Candy told Sanya, I don't need you to be her lawyer up in here right now.
Oh,
Why
Mhm.
is she so quick to come back and defend what makes no sense to nobody? What is up with that? What does she have against Candy? Because clearly,
I don't think
everybody who
she
is Team
does, but I
Marlo has
think
something against
she
Candy.
thinks. I think she thinks because she mentioned it. I think she thinks it is everybody
She
against
is.
Marlo, and because she's friends with Marlo, she's getting the collateral damage.
Whose friend has she not tried to be? What is
Who
Marlo's
Sanya?
Instagram count? I mean, because does that have something to do with it?
Who
Sanya
you
is
in?
just
I don't
off.
know. I don't know why she picked her. Like that was pure stupid. But I know why she on Sheree team. But I can
Why?
see that.
Because nobody wants her but Marlo. I
Yeah.
mean,
I will say this. Did y'all see? Was this Carlos King that was talking about this? Oh yeah, Sanya interviewed with Carlos, and in the interview, he asked her. The blogs are reworded this wrong too. She didn't say that she wouldn't see nobody, but she thinks Carlos. What was the question? I'm trying to remember. He specifically said, "Who would you like to work with if you could come up with a dream cast?" That's actually what he said. He didn't say who shouldn't be there next season.
The same thing though.
But that's how they're wording it in the blogs.
Because
but
it's the same thing, right?
It is the same thing. It's the same thing, but go ahead.
But you're
not. It is Joy.
Who would you like to work with? You're going to get 5 names. But those 5 names
but he was like,
the same thing.
He was like current or gone. That's what he said. So I could, it ain't a person that ever watched this show that wouldn't say, ooh, like Nene. Who wouldn't have wanted to work with Nene? I would have, regardless if you liked her or not. You either gonna want to love on her.
Nene with an ace in your life.
But I can't remember all the people she said.
Nene
but
I know she said Nene. I think she said Claudia Jordan.
Yeah.
But who did she leave out?
That's the most important. Candy, Kenya. That's really the most important. She left out.
Did she say Sheree?
I can't remember.
But so I didn't watch it, but I saw a clip, and Candy was like, she ain't even ever met these people. So she's basing this off as a fan. So she's not basing it off as who she would want to be a cast member with. She's basing it off of who she's fangirling. And I felt like maybe that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that though. I mean, of course,
maybe that's true.
If I'm talking about as a person that is a fan of Housewives and been watching since 2008 when everybody else was watching. I mean, it's no way you're going to say, ain't nobody going to say, very few people are going to say Deshaun Snow. Not because she wasn't cool people. It wasn't because she wasn't cool people, because I would have loved to see even a authentic piece of her this second season, especially since so much was going on with her.
She could have left after the first episode.
But she got divorced, right?
She got divorced. Like her husband, like doing hiatus, left her because he had a child.
Oh,
and this was a woman that was building, who had every helper in a house that you could get.
Interviewing them and stuff. I'm like, okay, this girl's completely.
And she just got left.
see there, but
Yeah.
very few people are going to say that. And it don't mean, like I said, she's a bad person. They're going to talk about the more iconic people. Phaedra, Nene, maybe even Sheree. It ain't too many people who really love the show gonna say Kim Zolciak. Not or
Well, that's
Lisa
true.
Wu.
So well, not Lisa Wu, but
I think
yes.
she said Kim.
So is
Did she?
I think she said Kim and Claudia Jordan or some shit. Yeah, girl.
Oh, I would want her back there.
Kenya Moore is
Oh,
not
Lord.
iconic to y'all.
Who?
Kenya Moore.
Well, yeah, but she don't like Kenya right now, or
I know,
Candy.
but if she's really just
She's
trying to work with
definitely
the
our cat
icons,
in this Housewives. She's definitely probably going to go
I
down
agree.
as one of the best villains.
And instead, who is she friends with? She picked the ex-con. I mean,
And Kenya's been nice to,
got
like,
to go.
except with Marlo. She has really been nice to everybody except Marlo. And I think
Tanya?
it's because Marlo talked
Who?
about Brooklyn. They didn't show it, but I think after she talked about Brooklyn last season,
Oh,
Kenya's
Kenya.
done.
Not only
And
did
I feel
Marlo
like
talk
at first
about,
I was
What
like,
did she
let
say
her
about her
let
daughter?
not only did she said she was an ape or something like that. Not only did
Oh.
she talk about the baby, but then
Did
she
she
also really
really?
said
No,
that's
is
why
that
your
real
mother
though?
doesn't want you. Who says
Yeah, and I
that?
think she said that somebody else was a test tube baby. They
That's
didn't show a lot.
Yeah,
they
so
didn't
she
show
doesn't
that.
know how to
I
read.
mean, that's that's something that's not polite, but it's not a lie.
But you just
Joy
but you don't go up
Mohammed.
and say that to somebody.
I said it's not polite, but I
Okay.
mean it's
I
not
mean,
a
but
lie.
she said stuff like that, but then get mad at somebody else. I don't get it.
Yeah.
When they
I mean,
don't say something
she's
about
utterly.
her.
Oh, she's gutter. I have no expectations for Marlo. She's gutter. She's like she is
Okay.
that hurt girl that is going to respond every time she feels rejected.
Leanne
Nene,
says Nene,
Phaedra,
Phaedra, Kenya, Portia,
Sheree,
Sheree, Candy, Kim, Cynthia, iconic Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I agree with that list.
Yeah, I can
I
agree
agree with that list too.
And
Oh,
Candy
Portia! I
and
don't know how I forgot Portia. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And see,
Mhm.
if somebody asked me that question, those are the people that I would name. It would not be the people that weren't on as long or people that didn't. I can't think of nothing Lisa Wu said. Me and my daughter was talking about that. I can't think of one
I have no
quote
idea.
Sean said. I can't even think of it's I can't think of many quotes that they say.
The
But I
only
don't
thing
think they were
Deshaun
on long enough either to make an impact, right?
Deshaun Snow
Lisa
asked
was
that
on there
one of
for
her
like
people
3
she was
seasons.
interviewing.
Oh, I
She
didn't know
said,
that.
"So you
Oh,
didn't
sorry.
look me up online? Can you guys hear me?"
Uh-huh.
She said, "You
I
didn't look
don't
me up
remember nothing about.
online?"
Okay, let's move. What do y'all think about Drew's video? We're not gonna stay on here long, but is she gonna be good or not?
I think it's gonna be cute, and I love to see. This is the Drew. I don't mind seeing this part of her, and this isn't somebody that is an aspiring actress or an aspiring singer. She's actually a singer.
Mhm.
So whether or not it'll sell, I don't know.
It's a good song. I bought it. She sold
Yes.
30
Oh,
streams.
did you?
Yeah, but the
where do
funny
you buy
part,
music now from?
I think people buy it on Apple, but I
I
just
still got it
Spotify, and I guess my subscription to Spotify buys it. I don't know.
I do YouTube music, so
But
I
the
don't.
part that I found the most interesting about that scene was her husband. He said, "I don't know why they picked somebody else over me anyway. I mean, they obviously have not seen my body." This man is into himself more than Martell Holt has ever been. And
I like that he wants to be in a video with her though. Like I would.
yeah, he does. I like that too.
I
as a
like
husband.
that. I don't know
That ain't
why
he wants to
but
do it. Though.
you ain't finna have no man touching. I would feel some type of
That
way.
ain't why he wants to do it though. Yeah,
He want to do it because he
because
fine.
he wants to show himself off.
You think so?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
thought it was
that kind of
about him
comment.
and Drew.
You must
It's
ain't
the
seen my
song about
body.
them. So I think
But
it was
Joy, they divorced, so it couldn't have been like they was in a good. Were they faking?
Well, she said that they
Yeah.
had problems in a bunch of areas, but chemistry was not one of them. That's what she said. What did y'all say?
She said, were they faking? I was like, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, they
Ralph
probably
doesn't love Drew. I think, but Kelly said he loves himself.
Chemistry, she said.
I like to see that about Drew. People say they want to see them doing other things, but then they say that scene was so boring. Why David? I'm like, but we want to see these type of things. Something else they didn't show,
When
and I
did we
was
go
like,
see
they
the
didn't show
girlfriend?
Candy. They didn't show Candy at her play. They didn't show that either because she had an opening or something. Because she showed a picture of it. But so they're
Just
not
a kid,
showing
this little
like some
girl
good things. They're
sing.
showing all the fighting. That's all
That's
we're
what I'm
seeing.
saying. These
Yeah.
these producers are
It's the
terrible.
producers.
Yeah, because they're literally picking and choosing. They think they're looking online because they do look through these things. People need to keep on complaining because this isn't what sells anymore. My daughter
Yeah.
tells me I need to start a reality show because they are really coming up with a formula that worked in the early 2000s. They're picking people that already know how to maneuver reality TV. I don't know if it was with us that we were talking about this.
Yeah. It was us.
Yeah, with Portia. Portia is a perfect. Portia came on here because she just wanted to be famous. That's who they need to find. They need to find somebody that's already rich, that already been whoever they are or married to whoever they married to. Monique came on this show to be famous. She,
Okay.
the other stuff that she ends up doing is what
How'd
she
that turn out for her?
it didn't, but I'm just saying she just
It
wanted to
won't
be
turn out.
famous. I don't think she came on there with an agenda. She wanted her name. She married somebody famous. So she
Yeah.
just wanted to have her own name. I can respect that. When she did a
But
couple of businesses or whatever, that just adds to what some dreams that she had.
but
But
they're
she
not gonna
just,
find anybody like that.
yes,
Anybody who joins these shows are gonna have an agenda now.
yes. It's
And
I
then
don't
people
want
who don't are scared that their marriages are going to end, or they going to go to jail, or they going to be talked about their bad bodies and how they bad built on Instagram and stuff. Everybody can't handle that.
and
And
when I
so
say
they have,
about agenda, y'all, I mean like there are people that pitched this show or the possibility of getting on this show to their spouses in regards to what they were going to do. It's just like Wendy had her license for the name of her candle company. She had that already done and LLC before we ever met her.
yeah,
Before we
but she
ever
Allegedly.
tried to
met her.
make it seem like it was
So
new. Yeah.
she spent the whole second season pretending like she didn't know how to start a business when it was
Yeah.
already done.
Mm.
All she had to do was put the candles out, and that's not me. You can literally look up when she applied and her LLC was approved in the name of her candles. That kind of figure is concerned about something before they just get out here. Portia came on this show completely naive. Yes, Portia came on at a different time, but reality TV had been around for 20 some years. Now,
I think
people
that's good.
today, I do think, are thinking like Callie just said, where they're thinking about their marriages, and you should.
That was me.
Yes, yeah, and you should. You should
Yeah.
be thinking about that. But I
Yeah.
want to see some people that like Kamari, Ronnie DeVoe's wife. She
He
just
made
wanted to be more. Yeah, because she was married to although she was in a singing group, didn't nobody know who she is. She was married to for a
yeah.
pretty popular, known boy from people as young as me, who I met him when I was like
You
14 or
met him in
15.
real life?
When I was like
Oh, look, we
14
got
or
people coming
15.
late. They said, "Why did Sheree copy Stormy Gucci theme?" We done
I
said
said,
that. We said she should have had a She by Sheree theme. What do y'all think? People are just now
yeah,
getting on. Shouldn't it
yeah,
have been She by Sheree and not She by Gucci? She should
yes.
have. Yeah. But anyway.
Wait
That's
a
what
minute,
I
it
would have
rhymes.
did. Of
That's funny.
Sheba Sheree.
No, see,
And
that's why they left. Because people say Shamari's a confused
I don't
drunk.
think she was
People.
a confused drunk.
That's
She
why
was
they
a
left,
funny
though.
drunk. She wasn't
She was
Yeah.
mean.
funny. I really
She
did
didn't.
like her.
I liked her. I wanted.
They
I'm
kept
really.
shading
Every time
her,
I
saying
see her
she
on
couldn't
something, I'm
dress.
pissed she didn't get a second season.
She was
But she's
funny.
on some Love After Lockup type show. I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah.
She
why
just
is she
wanted to
do?
be more famous. That was her agenda. She wasn't
But why
trying
is she on like Married After Boot Camp or something?
because she
Probably
wants to
just
be
for the
more
money.
famous. That's the perfect. She just wants to be
What?
famous.
That was Martell's. What was Martell's contribution to the show? Hale, what you saying? To be more famous? Yeah, he can't.
Yeah, there
Mm-hmm.
are certain people that yes, you could argue that. Actually, I
Yeah, I
think
get it.
Martell went on there to just kind of back up Mel, but there are people who go on there with an agenda
No,
and
I
they
think
had
she's saying going Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly.
who?
I think they're saying that's why he went on. Oh, the Gucci idea. No, oh Lord. Well, he need to tell her she should have done She by
Oh,
Sheree and
I
She
mean,
by
he could have
Shein.
been telling her because he could have taught. I don't
No, she
know.
watches
He
Huntsville.
probably watched it.
She
Yeah.
watches Huntsville. She said it. And somebody was like, "And you still dating
Because
him?"
I don't know if y'all remember when that happened and that whole scene happened on Huntsville. I didn't understand it. And you
I had to explain it. Yeah.
and I didn't believe it, I ain't gonna lie. So I had to Google it.
Joy,
And
you didn't believe it.
right, wait a minute. And all I kept thinking is that president would have had to come with instructions. Because it didn't make no sense to me.
You had no idea. Callie, I don't think Callie did either.
Gucci purse that don't like you. Talking about we keeping it Gucci.
I never knew what that was. I'm like, what?
I had to tell them
some old ghetto stuff I ain't never heard before.
Oh Lord. Okay, where am I at in my notes, y'all? Okay, did I miss anything? Okay, so are we talking about the table when they went to toast?
Oh
Lord. Okay, so were you when Marlo was trying to talk and Candy was trying to talk? Were you kind of getting frustrated that Drew and Kenya wouldn't let her talk?
yes.
Okay.
I wonder
what about you, Callie?
But who did they get upset about? Marlo or Sheree said they won't let her talk, as if she's telling them not to say certain things. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. Sheree says, why do they keep speaking for her? It's not like Candy is saying, hey, talk for me. I'm trying to be innocent in Joy's eyes or something like that. They are mad because people are protecting. They are mad that people are protecting her, whether she's asking them to or not. You know, I didn't like that at all. Why are they talking for her?
Huh?
She didn't tell them to.
Okay, that's how I feel, Callie. I feel like at first I was frustrated, but then I was thinking, if you have this person play in your face all the time and say, I'm going to do better, and then when they do something wrong, they blame it on their therapist or you triggered me, you get tired of hearing it.
Absolutely.
Oh, so you're like, I don't want to hear this bull no more. I don't want to hear it.
I mean, Marlo is crazy than a road lizard on a hot summer day. Nobody can defend her madness or her mindset. So I don't think any of us are. But I do think Marlo does have some valid points at times.
Well, not this time.
Her delivery
maybe as a child. I don't know
terrible.
what happened back then.
And then with Sheree, I don't know if Sheree slow or she was just playing with Kenya. But when Kenya was coughing and then she was fake giving her the Heimlich,
I was like, serious.
I was like, Sheree.
At first she was serious. Look at Kenya, got some good acting skills. Because I believed it. I
believed it.
I was like, is she choking for real? Well, Sheree got behind her.
Yeah,
Sheree got behind her.
Yeah, like she
got the Heimlich maneuver.
I mean, Sheree must have done too.
That was hilarious. And then she was like, oh yeah, I got some bull crap caught in my throat. I was like, really, Kenya? Really?
What do y'all think about her calling her a bottom
rung feed?
I love that. A bottom rung feed. I thought,
I was like, I ain't never heard that before.
Wait, I had to look it up. And when I looked it up and read it, I thought it describes Marlo perfectly. I'm just saying.
I said, Kenya, I'm feeling like something had to be said we didn't hear because that just came from nowhere.
But you know,
I mean, that had to be
Kenya's good with that stuff. She's good with that
she
stuff.
Said, get on and leave you bottom rung B. Bottom rung B is gone.
Adjective list in rank importance.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Like you on the bottom rung. Think about the bottom rung.
Here is the idiom. Here are the idioms.
Yeah, we saw that. We want the synonyms. Because it describes Marlo perfectly to me.
Occupying the most basic or fundamental position in a graven group.
Quarks
are on the bottom rung of the ladder when it comes to matters physical makeup. What?
Just think about the bottom rung of the ladder. It's the lowest rung on the ladder. You're trying to get to the top of the ladder. If you still on that bottom rung, you ain't been nowhere. Think about it. You still at the bottom. You trying to go up to the roof, but your ass still on the ground. You so beneath me. Is what it basically
always
means.
Be beneath
you
me
basic. You at the bottom.
God made you basic.
Yes. It's exactly what she said. Bottom rung.
Voice. What's it? Oh, in Mia's voice. Candy. God made you basic.
Okay. Yes. Basic. I said, thank you. That's what it means. You basic. You at the bottom.
That
I
was the
just was
first time I
like,
heard that, though. We might need to post that definition because that was funny.
I said, I was in shock. And then, Marlo, I felt the fact that she wants Kenya and Candy's validation so bad, I kind of feel bad for her because they on her neck so bad. They're not
She
giving
doesn't
her
deserve it.
nothing.
She treats
Who?
them like crap. She really, she's on Candy this season. She's been on her every season, but she goes harder on Kenya, if you ask me. The mother and the baby stuff.
Yeah.
She would never get it, even in no. She
This
just would
season
never
she's
have
on
it.
Candy. Because
Yeah.
I feel like they feel like Candy don't work for her money. Kenya has always worked for her
That's
money.
how they pitched
Good
it.
or bad. Kenya has worked for it. People have loved and hated her
So in
for
other words,
years.
Marlo mad that Candy is smart, I guess, because if she's
Mm-hmm.
been on this show for all the, why wouldn't she attempt to in any way advertise all of her many businesses? Why wouldn't she? She's just mad because nobody wants to come rent her clothes from her, except for Tammy. What's her name? The Tammy,
Tammy,
the
yeah.
reality TV bully for the past 30 years.
Well, honey, did we talk about the Gucci outfits and what you thought?
Wasn't they a mess?
And y'all know what? If you like truly understanding what the bottom rung is, because what's sad is when you Google it, it's like pictures of black people, old black
No.
people on porches.
I
And
didn't see that
yeah,
when I Googled it.
I literally just saw because it was
Do you think it's something from like slavery or like poverty
I don't
days?
know.
Like,
I don't know, but the title of it was the bottom rung, and
that's
so when
probably what they were called, like when they
yeah,
were just the lowest of the low. Ooh.
that's
Yeah,
all it is. That's very poor,
that
very
didn't
Mm-hmm.
basic.
pull
You
up at
getting
all on
basic
the
stuff. And
stories.
what's crazy is that's probably the worst thing you can call Marlo, because in her mind, based
Yeah.
off what I've seen, her
Mm-hmm.
entire identity is to present high class,
Mm-hmm.
regardless if
It is.
how
So how would that be?
is.
Why is that though? Why does she think she can present class?
Because she was
That's
from
her
the
And then
her
foster
she's always
system.
entire
talking about her
identity is
history.
how she dressed, where
Who
she
brings up her
is.
history? She does. Who brings up her history? So why would she think that?
I think because she wants to present this way because the way she grew up. And I think in the group of women that she's in, she feels like this is the way to be on their level. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think she feels like she's on their level. And
Okay, so
in her
the
mind,
first
if she dresses
season,
nice,
do you remember the first season of
fancy car,
Potomac? Do you remember the first season of Real Housewives of Potomac when Karen Huger was always trying to correct people on their etiquette? And that's kind of the way we
yeah,
thought the show was going to go. Do you remember when Marlo first came? She was on the bus trying to teach others etiquette.
Yeah,
Marlo, stop.
yeah.
You
oh, I
know,
don't
come
remember
on.
that.
Yeah, she was
Yes,
on
I
there trying to
remember
teach
that.
people etiquette.
I
We like, we
remember that.
know where you from,
That
Marlo.
is
Hell is on
Marlo.
her.
If you listen to her, even their mission as a family,
Oh, yeah.
her entire value is based off things.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
is.
sad because we've met people like that, like in real life. That's their identity. Their identity is that they're gonna be the baddest girl in the room. Yeah, it
Yeah,
depends on what room you in. And she probably has been, but when she walks up in this room, she's
she
not.
ain't. Yep. She not in this room.
No, she's
That's
not.
why she acts that way.
And
And
So
that's why
hell has
she
but
been on her
maybe
neck.
has she ever
like,
tried
but
to
of
not?
one her friends, she the baddest chick in the group.
Oh yeah. And then like I don't know.
Has
I
she
felt
ever
bad
tried
for her
to
a little
not
bit
act a
though when she
fool?
walked out. It's like she can't handle Kenya though. She walked out like she couldn't even do no back and forth.
But let's think
Um,
about why she has to handle Kenya at all. Remember, she was crying on Kenya's shoulder when Nene wouldn't talk to her no more. Kenya was the girl of her dreams. Think back to that one season.
I
Suddenly,
remember.
you mad over something that
When
I don't
she
even
was,
remember
especially when
what
she
broke
was
them up.
against
I don't
Nene,
remember what
that's
broke
her.
them up.
That's why, yeah.
I don't know
She
what
used
broke
to
them
be
up,
a
but then suddenly you going at her mama and her child, and you wondering
Because
now
she
why you
became
can't
Nene's
hang.
friend again.
yeah.
That's what happened.
That's what
Like
happened.
the year that Nene got the show New Normal, they were besties. They
Yeah.
filming scenes talking about Nene, mocking the fact that she lost New Normal.
But she need to try
And
and keep all her friends. Don't be trying to drop nobody because somebody left or you mad.
and when
No.
her and Nene became friends again, that's why she's so mad. Marlo
And
is
invite
also
broke
the
them up.
type
Kenya
of
did
girl
invite
that
Marlo.
can
Oh,
finesse somebody.
Oh, she was
Nene
up
Leanne
there.
was,
said an
I mean,
invitation broke them up. Kenya didn't invite Marlo to something because
yeah,
because
her
she was
birthday
up Nene.
party.
Oh,
Up
Mm.
Nene's behind again. Yep.
she
That's
wants
what it was
Kenya to be her friend, but that ain't never gonna
about.
happen again
Yep.
since she talked about Brooklyn. Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Exactly.
Like you
Yeah.
can
It
talk
really
about
isn't.
anything. I forgave you for my mama comment, but my child comment, ain't no coming back.
And
None.
she can't ever kind of make up and move on. Once they make up and move on, something else happens, and now you're saying your mama never wanted you. I mean, she stays low. So when somebody
Yeah.
calls her, the bottom rung, she should understand it and just shut up because that's how she's putting herself out there.
That was me.
Mm.
That was man. That hurt her hard.
But
I think she went to the
let me
pride.
say this before I forget. Saying your soup was cold.
Yeah, she was cute. I liked her. That's why I
Yeah,
said she would
saying
have
your
been looking
soup
good in some She
was
by Sheree because
cold.
her body's so
Yeah.
thin.
You mean
Yeah.
you mean that her suit at the Gucci party, Marlo said was
Yes, that was a
$8,000?
straight up Gucci suit. She looked good too.
Yeah,
It
it was
looked just
just a
like
plain but it had
it
the
looked
Gucci
just
like
like
symbol,
Kenya's
but it
suit.
was you couldn't barely see it.
It looked just like Kenya's
Yeah,
suit. And it
But
had
it had
moving.
it looked just like
it had
Kenya's,
the
but it had
sleeve.
the label.
But Kenya's it wasn't cute, Joy. It was just
Kenya
Yeah,
had a
Kenya's
Chanel. She
no,
had a
just a
Chanel.
Chanel
she had
purse,
a
but she on a
Chanel
Gucci
purse,
suit.
Joy.
But her
Yeah,
suit was the same as Sanya's. It just didn't have the label on it. It was
And
the
her
same
suit was
suit.
pressed better than Sanya's.
Yeah.
So I guess the fact that Marlo said
um,
it was 8,000 that makes it on your level. Come on now.
Who is the straight gutter snipe? Is
and
that
it's so funny that I would have thought if I had a Gucci belt
Right.
and a purse. I got one. I have a vintage Gucci. I have
Yeah, I have a Gucci purse.
I have
Well, from the looks of it, Marlo would have talked bad about that too, because
I
she
got a
said something bad
Jackie
about
O bag.
everybody.
I
And it
like
did look
Jackie O
like
bag.
Sheree was about to run a funeral. I'm just saying.
Sheree looked like what? Yeah, she did. I was like Sheree, but I did
A
like. I don't
librarian?
remember really seeing the black Gucci that
Drew
much,
did look
so that
like
was different to me.
Drew did
Yeah.
look like hers came all her stuff you could find in the hood. I ain't mad at her though. I
Who
liked her.
Drew?
It's something
Yeah,
about Drew.
Drew looked like she was gonna be a lumberjack or something. I was like, where's she going?
And Candy looked like she was going to a Black Panther or a concert or something. I liked it though. Her hair was fitting for the holiday.
Yeah, y'all all mess. Is that all that happened? Because I don't remember nothing else.
Yeah. I don't know who
Courtney,
looked
okay,
like the
what do y'all
lumberjack.
think Courtney deserves to
And
be
he looked
full
like he
time?
was gonna paint
No, not
somebody's
yet.
house.
Who
And that
did?
was probably, let me say this, that was probably Ty's jacket. Because hers
Oh, it
was
was
like
yeah,
it was probably Ty. She
it
probably don't
did.
have Gucci. It was probably he because it looked very masculine.
It was yeah.
But isn't it nice that she told
And
the girl, Caroline, the Bible girl, that I came because you kind of reached out and asked how I was doing at your event, and so I figured let me just get up and go, and they were able to just try and move on. I thought that was nice. Yeah.
But I
I
don't
look,
understand why she's full time. How did she get full time?
How did
who?
Sanya get full time
Courtney.
for 2 years?
Courtney not full time. She a friend.
No, she's on the picture.
Is she?
Yeah, I don't
think
know.
those are certain promos. She not holding
No,
the
she's
people.
on the main pitch. I think she's full time.
They did film the one when they did that gold and orange, yeah.
No, but what about the other one?
Not the
No,
main one.
but Sanya. I mean, but what's her name? Is she on the main picture too?
No,
Manietta.
Manietta. Neither one of those. Both of those are
Oh, I
friends.
thought Courtney was.
And where was Manietta at today?
Okay, good. Thank you, Jesus.
I like her.
Kenya's suit not like hers. It's totally different. I'm sitting up here looking at because she don't have the G's in it at all.
That's what we said. It's the same suit without the. Joy don't listen to us.
I mean, I hear you, but it ain't nowhere near it's belled at the bottom. It don't look nothing like that. Hers got pockets on it.
They both have on white or off-white suits. There was no difference.
It's just hers looks more probably professional.
I'm looking at them. They got them side by side. Remember at the end they show all the pictures.
And it looks like Sanya needs an iron and some really hard starch.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Kimber, because I was about to say, how is she full time?
She is not.
She isn't full time.
It's not letting me put the comments up anymore. There we go.
She's probably trying to be, but She's not.
She
I mean,
no.
we don't really know anything about her to judge anyway. She act quirky. I don't mind quirky. We need somebody new. I'm a person that I keep saying all of these girls could go.
Oh,
Every
she said
last one.
Kenya's looked. Look, do you mean
What's a
good or hood?
chop? Can you look to it?
Oh,
What's a
I think she meant good.
what? Okay, so I looked to see if the girl was full time, and it pulled up the real reason. Okay, is Courtney a chop? I haven't seen this video. Do y'all know what
Now,
that means?
Kimber Craig says she's not full time.
So Carlos called her a chop, like a pork chop or something. Do y'all know what that
Like
means?
she can be chopped from the show, right?
So she's a chop that way.
I don't know another chop. Karate
somebody
chop?
said, was this one that they're saying, or am I thinking of another show where y'all was saying they could be a plant by production?
That's Tiffany. I feel like Tiffany is a plant by production on Huntsville.
You
I
mean
feel
like
like the producers tell her what to say, and she does it because she want to stay on the show. Because ain't no other reason for her to be there. I mean, I'm just thinking. Is there anything else where we miss people?
I did want to say this. I thought I kind of noticed Candy has been giving us great hairdos this season. I don't necessarily like the afro look, but she has some braids. I had to call my daughter downstairs and say, "Can you do this?" It was so cute. When she filmed part of it at home, where it was like braided at the top, but it was like ziggy at the top.
So Candy is not putting any heat on her hair, except like she says she's only, is her name Judy? So is it Judy, the Brat's wife? She's only using her products, and she's trying to wear all natural hairstyles. Now she may add some hair, but she's not going to do. She's going to do more natural looking styles.
Yeah, she's been giving us good looks this season. Like I noticed that almost every scene.
Oh, that's what we missed. Okay, thank you, Hale. So Carlos called her a chop because she shouldn't be on the show. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Kenya right here. Kenya and them embryos. First of all, Kenya, I understand that you want another baby. And I know Janet Jackson did it, and I think Halle Berry did it, but at your big age, you don't need to have no more kids. I know. I'm sorry. That's my opinion.
What they're fighting about in court?
No,
I don't know.
I don't think so. They can't fight. No,
it could be. We just don't know because she wants to use those embryos.
Somebody mentioned that she.
So what do they do with them if you don't use them?
Because they could have been settled, even the house argument.
But what do they do with your babies, though?
They throw them out.
Oh, that would be hard.
But that's I mean, really I didn't realize that they had already mated them. I thought they just kept the eggs by themselves. They didn't mated hers with Mark.
So they are.
So no matter who carries it.
It's kind of So it's kind of like the situation that Candy had. When Candy had her embroids, she knew what sex they were going to be.
Yeah, you can just pick the sex. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that little girl's Candy's twin. Yeah, she's so pretty.
Because one of them was a twin, and the twin wasn't one of them.
I think.
I don't know.
They destroy them. Kenya and the embryos. Mark ain't doing that. He wants some money from her.
Does he have to approve that?
I did hear that he was trying to get money from her house, but I don't understand how that's taken so long, considering that it was never their marital home. I could understand.
He didn't even live there.
Yeah, I could understand if he lived there. He could keep arguing this. This is taking a long time. He shouldn't have any claim. He actually has a residence in New York. He can't even claim that he lived there.
Right.
They had
I mean, it's got to be something they're fighting over, and this makes sense to me. I mean, because it's his sperm.
These embryos would make more sense.
Than
that's
I agree
really,
with that.
That's scary. So there was a Hollywood couple that had this fight over embryos. They broke up, but they had saved all this beforehand. It was Mary. Oh God, Sofia Vergara.
Oh, I didn't know that. Really?
So she was engaged to this guy, or married. I'm not sure, but anyway, they never got together. And he has been suing her to try and get access to those embryos for like the past 10 years.
Didn't Sherry Shepherd go through this too with her
Well, state
Well,
Sherry,
she stopped
was it
mid.
her embryos? I don't know.
No, those were not her embryos. That
Okay.
was her argument, is that this child had no
Nothing to
Oh,
do
it
biological.
with her.
wasn't her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't her biological child. It was her husband's though.
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
and
that's scary.
Oh,
This could be a long, expensive fight for Kenya.
I don't know if I
So
would
did
want
she
them
get to
destroyed though, but I wouldn't want another baby by him. I understand you don't want a whole bunch of baby daddies,
and
but
uh-huh.
I can respect
But
that.
look,
But
so
yeah.
that that one where there was the Viraga lady, she was this was back in 2014 when they had all the embryos set up and everything. And even in 2017, they were still fighting in court. I don't know what happened from there, but that was
Oh,
a long,
so that could be
expensive
it.
fight.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to look at it. It says here this is from 2021 actually. Judge rules that the ex Nick Lowe can't use her embryos without consent. And that was in 2021. That fight
And when
started.
did it start?
It started
2014?
in 2014.
Yeah, that's it.
So Kenya got a very expensive fight ahead of her.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
I
yeah.
mean,
So
I can
that wouldn't
understand
make.
that, but I
I
don't know if I
wouldn't.
would. I
I don't
wouldn't
know
want
how.
another baby by him. I mean, I know Brooklyn's amazing and she's cute,
I mean,
but
she can adopt a baby if she wants a
Wait a
playmate
minute.
from something.
He,
She could adopt somebody. This would be even be a good time, like at this age, and
yeah.
the earlier you get them, the better. But I wouldn't want to have no baby again ever. But I could see her getting like a 2-year old or a 3-year old, somebody, she's the big sister of. I could see that. That would be really nice if she adopted a baby. It's plenty of babies out there.
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know.
I think that would have been nice. Something tells me Kenya wants Kenya. You know what I mean?
She wants
She wants
what?
her DNA
Her
than
baby,
his.
yeah.
Yeah.
She waited too late.
It's too late. And I mean a surrogate, but then you heard about what happened with Shamia's surrogate. So I mean even that's
What
even
happened?
kind of hard.
Is she? I mean, I don't know.
I
Has anything
mean, she
changed?
had to deliver the baby early, right? Because of her breast cancer, and now she's going through
Oh, is
that.
that okay? So, well, the baby is
So,
out
Did
of the
Shamia
hospital.
baby come on yet?
Yeah, the baby's home. Oh, she's so
yeah.
cute. Oh, she's cute.
I mean,
Oh well.
I'm the only child, and y'all know how great I am. Brooklyn will be
Yeah,
okay,
I
right?
understand too where Brooklyn
Yeah,
has the
she will
same
be.
siblings.
She will
But
be.
yeah,
But
but
I do I can respect that, wanting to give your child another sibling, because
Mm-hmm.
when the reality is Kenya is an older mother. That's what I
yeah,
was thinking
Mm-hmm.
about. And if something happened, she'll have somebody else
Right.
yeah,
Let me
to
shut my
lean
that's
door
true.
for
Because
my
I
dog
always said
here.
when something
That's
happens to
what she
my
would have
parents,
wanted.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
get one of my cousins to help me because it's
Yeah,
hard. You know what
you
I mean?
have to do that
Yeah,
alone. Mhm.
to do that alone. Anything else? Did we miss anything else? Because I sure had it in my notes, but we start talking about
Nah, this is
Marlo and she
child.
by Sheree. Okay, my pet peeve is Sheree. From now on, I don't
Oh,
want you to write no poems about Gucci and no coochie and no sausage. I want you to
Oh,
write a poem about She by Sheree or
yeah.
She by Shein or
She
however
needs
Shein,
to.
I'm just glad she
Shein,
didn't give them Gucci
whatever.
bags.
Yeah, she could have came up with something clever, sent all of them a really cute outfit to
Yes,
wear, and everybody would have showed up, and like, or something like that. Like she could that could have been a free fashion show,
it
and
would have been so great.
all
And to
of
show
them.
because they all got different bodies.
Yeah,
I mean, it would have been able to show the clothes on different people, different ages. I mean, just she could even invited some other girlfriends and done something. I don't know, Sheree. I don't know what's wrong with you. Because she showed it once,
I don't
right?
think
So that
Sheree
means that she has
wants
to
to do
continue to
this.
pay.
I don't think
Is she
she will.
scared that if she shows it again, she may have to give them some more money? I don't know how that works either. So
I'm
maybe she
sure
just
they
has to
have to
pay
give,
them.
because I know
She's
that
on back order.
I know that's on sponsored on Bravo. I know Bravo get a piece of that.
So
They
I
be
mean, go ahead. I don't know.
like
Anything
that.
else, ladies? This was a good little call. I'm proud of us. We didn't argue or nothing. Kelly and Joy made it, got along. Oh Lord, this is good.
Girl, that was Ty Gucci shirt. Girl, Candy ain't buying no Gucci. She Candy thrifty, but
Candy
I
said,
ain't
I ain't
mad
buying
at
this.
Candy
Yeah,
ain't
got
belong.
nothing for this
Unless
mess.
she had Drew pick it up when Drew was coming from the hood, because she went over there to the hair store and bought it out the trunk somewhere.
Oh,
I'm like,
another thing I want to say about Marlo is I think that Marlo feels like, because she said something like, Candy, I always give you gifts. And I feel like Marlo feels like if she gives people gifts, she's buying their friendship or their loyalty. And if they don't do what she thinks they should do, she
they
holds it
owe her.
against them.
They owe
Yeah.
her.
And
Yeah.
so that was
I
another
feel
thing I wanted to say.
her worth and how she see
Mm-hmm.
people is based, it's monetary. It's some kind of that's how she deems things worthy. That's how she gives love. That and I, it's a unfortunate draw when you just not when you have grown up with nothing and you saw value in things. Because that's her
Poor
value.
Marlo.
That's her value. That's her value system. It's
Yeah, but
monetary.
she also makes all of her problems everybody else's fault.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, and her
She's in the wrong
therapist, she got to
place.
call her therapist for a reason to say it was okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
can't.
anyway, are we done, ladies?
We are
We did
Yeah.
good.
done.
I'm proud of us.
Okay.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Thank you. I'm gonna
Look
go
at
to bed. I'm
Sheree.
sleep. Oh, happy
Megan posted
Juneteenth.
some
We didn't say
pictures
that.
Happy
trying to make her
Juneteenth,
Gucci outfit look
everybody.
good.
I
What
Mm-mm.
hope
y'all
all
do
the black
today?
people was off from work today.
What y'all do today?
Just what we do today?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
All
do anything today.
kind of stuff.
What?
Mhm.
I didn't do anything.
My auntie had a Juneteenth celebrate little
So
outing.
did you take over the red food, or did you not hear about it until you got there?
I didn't hear about it till she got there. Like, am I the only one? I didn't know that at Juneteenth you're supposed to have red foods. So when she had said something about it when she called me about the little get together, but she had like red velvet cake. Somebody bought a strawberry pie. They had she went all across town looking for strawberry sodas. She like, oh, of course, barbecue with the red sauce. It's burgundy, but you get the point. But yeah, you're supposed to have food that's red. That's like a thing that's supposed to be the
How have I
representative
never heard that
of the
before?
blood
Definitely
that,
something new.
our ancestors shed or died. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, okay, I'd never heard that before. For Juneteenth, that's what we supposed to do. Eat red stuff.
Mm.
You have fun,
All right,
Joy.
y'all.
Yeah, it was cool.
All right. Well, happy
Now we're
Juneteenth.
coming.
Next year we'll do something.
Okay.
All right.
I
Night
want to
night,
go.
everybody.
All right, peace
Okay,
out,
bye,
y'all.
y'all.
Peace. I'm gonna hit end this time because last time I did.
Okay.